Hi, I'm Carl Weisecker, Principal Broker at Klein May Realty. Thank you for joining me for Q&A with Klein May. Our question today is one we get from sellers a little bit too often in my opinion, and that is, should I reduce my price? And I would say to sellers out there, if you're on the market right now, or if you're thinking about going on the market in 2024, get your mindset back kind of before COVID. Since COVID, we've had all kinds of wild variations in the market and all kinds of crazy demand because of low interest rates and people having some extra cash. I think it's important to realize that what's normal for our market, what's balanced, is for a home to be on the market for a few months, as much as 6 months, and for buyers to have the chance to come back a second or a third time, and for there to not be the kind of insane pressure that we've been experiencing. So, first thing I would say to sellers is be patient. If your house is on the market for 2 or 3 or 4 weeks and you don't have an offer, as long as you've had some showings and you've had some fairly positive comments, I wouldn't consider reducing your price or making some kind of desperate move to try to attract a different type of buyer. The second thing to think about then is if you do get to the point where you feel like concessions are needed, or if your agent is telling you, hey, the market is telling us that maybe we need to make a concession somehow, rather than dropping the price, consider the benefit to the buyer of offering to pay some closing costs, specifically some loan discount points. Right now you can pay, a loan discount point is 1% of the loan, the amount that the borrower is going to borrow from the bank. When they pay that up front, they can reduce the interest rate on their loan by 3/8 to a half, maybe even a little bit more percent for the entire life of the loan. So for example, instead of dropping your sales price by $10,000, which might save a buyer $10 or $12 a month in their monthly payment, if you offer to spend that $10,000 on loan discount points for them, buy them 2 points, knock a full percentage off of their loans for the length of their loan, that could have a huge impact, $100, $150, $200 a month, and would be much more attractive to a buyer, and would also actually help bring in and qualify some folks who wouldn't otherwise qualify because the payment would have been too high. Talk to your agent about strategy. Don't always go to price reduction first. That's kind of a high impact headline, but the effect on the buyer really isn't that great, especially when you compare it to some of the things you could do with their financing right now to get those interest rates down. Our coffee today is one that I actually bought because I read in a Food Network survey that they had named this one of the top 5 supermarket coffees, and it's available here locally. The brand is Illy, and this is their Classico blend. And that is really good. It's not very extreme in one way or another, not super strong, not bitter at all for sure, a very deep flavor without being overpowering. I think that would be a great breakfast time coffee. If you've got a coffee you'd like me to try, or if you've got a real estate question for me, please email that to me at questions@kleinmay.com. Thanks as always for watching. We'll see you next time.